Mazuma TV back with another video. Shout out to all the supporters and the subscribers in my channel. And shout out to the LDBC for continuously pushing the culture forward that is boxing. Now, what I want to talk about today is a article that I have just read on Boxing Scene, and this is regarding Louis King Kong Ortiz and Dillian Whyte. According to the article, I forgot the author's name, but shout out to him. I'll put it in the description below. Louis Ortiz is calling out Dillian Whyte to fight on the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury undercard December 1st. And he says something along the lines of, strap your nuts in and fight me. You know what I'm saying? So he's pretty much saying, stop being a bitch and get in the ring. Stop trying to avoid me. And I like this coming from Louis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? He knows that even though he wanted that rematch with Deontay Wilder, he realizes that Deontay Wilder has chosen a better fight, and he's not gonna linger around and be inactive. So he wants to continue fighting. He has fought. He got a nice knockout recently. That straight left hand, and the way that he sets it up is an absolutely beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? But this is a fight that I would like to see. I have a high admiration for Louis Ortiz in terms of his boxing ability. For him to be that big, to be a heavyweight, to be that athletic at his age, to be that light on his feet, to have that boxing ability, the head movement, just coming from the Cuban school of boxing and being able to do all of that, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I always liked Louis Ortiz. I seen how the way he broke down a fellow Philadelphian of mine, Brian Jennings. I seen how he looked against Deontay Wilder. He looked great against Deontay Wilder. You could tell that he trained hard for that fight, although he had came up short. It had some success against Deontay Wilder in certain parts of the fight. So looking at it, man, I never seen what was so good about Dillian Whyte. The only thing that I've ever seen from Dillian Whyte was him getting knocked the fuck out by Anthony Joshua. And prior to that fight, they were trying to build it up as if it was going to be a close fight because Dillian Whyte had beat Anthony Joshua in the amateurs, which is completely irrelevant, because when you actually experience with this boxing shit, like myself, you would know that the amateur setting, the professional setting is two completely different scenarios, and it requires two completely different things to win. You know what I'm saying? So that's I don't even know why they were using that as a way to make it seem like Dillian Whyte had a chance. But nonetheless, he got knocked the fuck out, got hit with an uppercut. Didn't even he was out of it. You know what I'm saying? Then he went on to fight who he beat, Lucas Brown, the one who had tested positive for all these fucking PEDs. Then he went on, and Lucas Brown's a bum anyway. I just wanted to put that out there. He's a bum. But that was a pretty good knockout against a bum opponent. Then he went on to fight Derek Chisora. I believe he lost to Derek Chisora when I watched that fight, but they gave it to him anyway. And then against Joseph Parker, I felt he edged it out, but he didn't close well. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. You know what I'm saying? He didn't finish too well to me. He looked very fatigued, horrible body language. Got off the canvas and was hanging on for dear life, it seemed. So I never seen anything great about Dillian Whyte. When you look at Dillian Whyte and Louis Ortiz, it's two completely different classes. It's different levels. Louis Ortiz is on a completely different level than Dillian Whyte. I feel like this is obvious as shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I would like to see this fight just so we could get rid of this talk about Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte will get knocked cold the fuck out by Louis Ortiz. I guarantee this shit. Just looking at the styles to see how the way Dillian Whyte is known to be a body snatcher or whatever, but he would have to get in range to do that. With Ortiz's superior boxing skills and him being the bigger guy from what I've seen, I never seen these guys face to face, but it looks as if Louis Ortiz is the bigger, taller man. If he was he would just have to use his superior boxing ability, man, keeping him on the outside and lining him up for that straight left hand. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that Louis Ortiz would definitely get Dillian Whyte the fuck out of here, but we'll never know because nobody wants to fight Louis Ortiz. The only one who wants to fight Louis Ortiz is Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder already fought him. So it is what it is, man. Louis Ortiz telling him, man, stop being a bitch. know what I'm saying, buckle down, strap your nuts up, you know what I'm saying, act like a man, and take this fight. But we'll see what happens, man. I highly doubt this will happen, especially on December 1st. But hopefully Dillian Whyte proves me wrong and we see a good fight. I appreciate everybody watching my video. If you guys want to leave a comment, let me know your thoughts and opinions below. Or even if you want to drop some hate, man. Especially some Dillian Whyte fans. But nonetheless, man, this Mazuma TV. These are my thoughts on this scenario, and I'm out.